What's up, all you good fellow fly guys? You know who it is. The cat in the hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StarArchitects.com, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to the styling thing. And it's Taylor Thought Tuesdays. Yo, I hope that you are showing up in style wherever you are, whatever you are doing. But if you aren't, if you're having some issues, that is exactly why we are here, to help you dress yourself with the best of yourself. Now, we are starting our conversation all on outerwear, on jackets, on the coverage of your character, right? And so I wanted to make sure that we're having a great conversation to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to how you are conceptualizing jackets, adding them to your wardrobe, what you actually need in your closet, and ultimately what that will communicate when you are stepping out. So I just wanted to tell you a quick story. When I was living in New York, my first 2 months, I never really checked the weather. And there was one day I stepped out, was coming up from the subway, had to get to work, and it was a torrential downpour. And so I was lucky enough to have one of the hustlers in the subway selling umbrellas, because it was raindrops. It wasn't no drop tops. I was about to get wet, right? And he sold me an umbrella. I think the umbrella was like $20 because I needed it. It was supply and demand. But I ended up being able to get to work on time, relatively dry. But after that, I always ended up paying attention to what I needed to have and be prepared for when it came to my clothing for the day. And so what ended up happening was I started paying attention to the weather on an hour-by-hour basis. And so on the days when it was going to rain, especially in the spring and the summertime, quickly following that, it was going to get warm. It was going to be hot. So I had to make sure that I dressed accordingly, not only for my style and for my character, but also for the cultural and temporal climate of the day. And so those are the things that I want you to start thinking about when it comes to the jackets that you buy. Yes, of course, yesterday, if you missed the conversation, we talked about colors and making sure that there's a great base color for the jackets that you're going to buy. But the second thing that you have to think about is how you have to move throughout your day, where you're living, and how that's going to affect you. Listen, if you live in a space where you're going to just be going from your garage to your car, do you really need a whole lot of outerwear? Probably not, because when it's cold, you're going to be warming up your car, and when it's hot, you're going to have your AC on. If it's raining, you just pull the car into the garage, or the carport, or any of those different types of things. So you don't really have to worry about getting really, really wet. So if you are the person who is actually out and about, if you're catching the bus, or you're still on public transit, or you're Ubering, or any of those different types of things, then you may need to have some outerwear that is going to be both fashionable and functional. I'm using fashionable in a stylistic framework there. So because of that, these are the things that you want to think about. And what that ultimately communicates is a certain level of preparedness, of awareness of yourself, of your attire, and making sure that everything works functionally together. And those things communicate a certain level of confidence. There's a different space when it is raining and you come in your trench, and you take off the trench to reveal a wonderful suit or a wonderful shirt and pant combination, and it's dry. Like, there is a certain level of elevation where everybody was running to get to, the venue, and you can stroll in cool. There's a different type of expression that's going to be there, and I guarantee you're going to feel a lot more confident when you step into that space. So that's it. Real quick video, but I do want you to try that on, see how it fits you, and take this question of the day. What do you think about outerwear in modern day society? Do you think that it's a necessity anymore, or is it just more of a stylistic expression? I'd love to hear your thoughts there. We're going to continue our conversation about it regardless, so please make sure that you give this a thumbs up. If you found the information beneficial, please make sure that you share this with a friend. You never know, they just might need it. Please make sure that you are subscribing if you feel the vibe. I'm here Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to the styling thing. And don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind. So you should always dress to express. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.